Have you ever had that strange feeling that you and everything around you are connected? A feeling as if an invisible thread links you to a star in the sky, or connects your breath to the wind outside. What if I told you that this feeling isn't an illusion, but a fascinating truth being explored by both Eastern wisdom traditions and leading scientists around the world? For thousands of years, people in the East have spoken of a life energy that flows throughout the cosmos. The Indians call it prana, the Chinese call it qi. They believed it was the fundamental energy that nourishes all things. At the same time, in the West, great scientists like Einstein, when they looked deep into the world of matter, also made an astonishing discovery. The things we perceive as solid are actually just an illusion. Beneath everything lies a colossal sea of energy, in constant vibration. Is this just a coincidence? Or are the ancient sages and modern scientists, despite using different names, actually talking about the same thing? This isn't about vague ideas or superstition. This is a journey of discovery. We'll explore this invisible thread of energy, a thread that not only connects all things, but also links us to the deepest mysteries of the universe. In the East, people believe in a type of invisible life energy. In India, prana is the energy of the universe. People practice breathing techniques, pranayama, to draw in and control this energy, helping the body stay healthy and the mind clear. In China, qi is the flow of energy within the body. The circulation of qi determines your health. Acupuncture and Tai Chi are practices designed to balance and strengthen this flow of qi. For a long time, Westerners found these ideas hard to believe. But then, quantum science was born and changed everything. Scientists discovered that at the smallest level, there is no such thing as matter. The entire universe is actually built on a foundation called the quantum field. Imagine the quantum field as a vast ocean of energy, filling all space. The things we call particles, the building blocks of all things, are actually just ripples, or vibrations on the surface of that energy ocean. Everything, from a star to your own body, is a manifestation of this single energy field. Now, let's put these two ideas side by side. On one hand, you have prana and qi, an invisible life energy flowing everywhere. On the other, you have the quantum field, an invisible ocean of energy that creates everything. Do you see the incredible similarity? Is it possible that the ancient sages, through deep meditation and introspection, were able to perceive the existence of this quantum field? Could it be that prana, qi, and the quantum field are just different names for the same fundamental nature of the universe? In 1905, Albert Einstein introduced an equation that changed the world, E sur mc2. Put simply, this formula means that matter and energy are fundamentally one and the same. They can be converted into each other. Matter, the things we can touch, is just energy that has been condensed. A small amount of matter can release a colossal amount of energy, like the power of an atomic bomb. Essentially, Einstein proved that the world is not a collection of separate objects, but a universe of continuously transforming energy. Remarkably, over 2,000 years earlier, the Buddha said something similar, not with mathematics, but through enlightenment. The Heart Sutra contains the famous line, "Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form." Form refers to all the physical things we see. Emptiness doesn't mean nothingness, but rather a state of voidness, without a fixed, independent core. This phrase means that all matter, form, is fundamentally void of a fixed permanent entity, emptiness, and it is from this empty, potential-filled ground, emptiness, that all physical forms, arise. Look at the coincidence. Einstein said, matter is energy. Buddhism said, form, matter, is emptiness, a foundation that is void and full of potential. Both tell us that this seemingly solid physical world is just a shell. The deepest reality is a limitless energy field, where everything is constantly born and dissolves, like waves on the surface of an ocean. In everyday life, when you look at an apple, it remains an apple. Your act of looking doesn't change it. But in the subatomic world of particles, things are completely different. Scientists have discovered something extremely strange. Our act of observing can change reality. Before being observed, an electron particle is like a cloud of possibilities. It could be anywhere, but as soon as we use a device to look for it, that cloud collapses, and the electron suddenly appears at a specific, concrete location. What does this mean? It means the consciousness of the observer is no longer an outsider, but has become part of reality itself. Our consciousness seems to participate in the creation of the world we see. Now, let's go back to the East. For thousands of years, people have spoken about the power of the mind. Meditation and other spiritual practices all share a common goal: to train the focus of consciousness. Spiritual masters teach that a focused mind can create changes in the physical world. Could our consciousness also be a form of subtle energy, capable of influencing the surrounding quantum energy field? Could it be that when a person meditates, they are using their consciousness to create a more peaceful and harmonious reality? The discoveries of science seem to have opened a door for us to reevaluate the incredible creative power hidden within our own minds. Einstein once called this a spooky action at a distance. This is the phenomenon of quantum entanglement. Imagine you have a pair of magical twin particles. You send one particle to one end of the universe and the other to the opposite end. The miracle is, if you affect one particle, the other will instantly feel it and change accordingly, faster than the speed of light. They seem not to be two separate objects, but a single, indivisible entity, despite the vast space between them. This spooky scientific phenomenon is an exact match for a profound Buddhist philosophy: interbeing. It means that all things rely on one another to exist. Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh explained this concept beautifully. If you look deeply at a sheet of paper, you will see a cloud, because without clouds there is no rain. Without rain, trees cannot grow, and without trees, no paper can be made. You will also see the sunlight, the logger, and even the wheat that feeds the logger. Everything in the universe is present in that sheet of paper. Buddhist scriptures also contain the image of Indra's net, an infinite network with a jewel at each intersection. The remarkable thing is that each jewel reflects the image of all the other jewels. Do you see the parallel? Quantum entanglement shows that particles are connected instantaneously, as a unified whole. Buddhist philosophy shows that all things are interconnected and contain one another. Both are telling us a truth. The separation we perceive is just an illusion. At a deeper level, the universe is a fully interconnected network. Every thought and action of ours is a ripple that spreads throughout this network, affecting everything. One of the biggest questions in physics was, is light a particle or a wave? Ultimately, quantum science provided a surprising answer. It is both. Depending on how we observe it, light can manifest as a particle, a specific object, or as a wave, a diffusion. Reality at its deepest level does not obey our either-or logic. It is a combination of both opposites. This is very similar to a core teaching of the Buddha, the middle way. The Buddha taught that we should avoid two extremes: believing that everything exists forever, never changing; believing that everything is nothingness, that death is the end. The middle way transcends both of these extremes. It recognizes that things are not fixed and permanent, but they are also not nothing. Everything exists in a continuous flow, depending on one another to arise and to pass away. Look at the parallel. Science says reality is both a particle, like something, and a wave, not a fixed object. Buddhism says reality is neither eternally something nor completely nothing. Both show us that our black and white view of the world is too simple. To understand reality, we need to be more open to a both-and way of thinking. Now let's leave physics for a moment and turn to psychology. Carl Jung, a great psychologist, introduced a fascinating idea: the collective unconscious. He believed that deep beneath our individual thoughts and memories, we also have a shared memory, a psychic heritage of all humanity. This is where archetypes and stories that have repeated for millions of years are stored. The hero, the mother, the villain, the wise old man. This is why myths and fairy tales from all over the world share such similar characters and motifs. This idea of a shared repository is very familiar in Eastern philosophy. In Buddhism, there is the concept of the store consciousness, alaya vijnana, which is likened to a giant storehouse, preserving all the seeds from the actions, words and thoughts of all sentient beings. In Indian philosophy, there is the Akashic records, described as a cosmic library, or the diary of the universe, recording everything that has happened, is happening, and will happen. Let's place these three concepts side by side: the collective unconscious, the store consciousness, and the Akashic records. Could they all be describing the same thing? A cosmic information field, a shared memory that connects us all. Is it possible that when we have strange dreams, sudden hunches, or creative ideas, we are unconsciously tapping into this colossal database? We have journeyed through an incredible path, from the subatomic world of science to the profound wisdom of the East. We've seen Einstein's formula echo the philosophy of form as emptiness. We've seen the spooky action of quantum entanglement reflect the network of inner being. We've seen the power of consciousness being revealed by science is the same thing that spiritual masters have practiced for millennia. It seems that two paths, one of rational science and one of experiential spirituality, ultimately converge at the same point. What is that truth? It is the truth of a connected universe, a universe not made of separate objects, but of a unified field of energy, information, and consciousness. Science is gradually proving what the sages have known for a long time. Separation is an illusion. Realizing this can completely change the way we live. When we understand that everything is energy, we will be more mindful of the energy we emit through every thought, word, and action. When we understand that all things are connected, love and compassion will arise naturally. We will realize that harming others or destroying nature is also harming ourselves. The integration of science and spirituality is not about creating a new religion, but about opening up a more holistic perspective on life, helping us live in greater harmony with ourselves and with the universe. This is episode 8 in a series of 101 videos about the universe of energy. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos. Finally, I want to leave you with a question. If your consciousness truly has the ability to affect the universe's energy field, what kind of reality will you choose to create for yourself and for the world?